Everyone here? I'm David Lindsay, and that's my wife Lynn. My good daughter Catherine. Our daughter Catherine. My job is to be the father of the groom tonight. I feel entitled to be the father of the groom. It could have been a mother of the groom's speech, it could have been a sister of the groom's speech. We decided that it would be a father of the groom's speech. So, this is it. People used to have a life. Now people have a journey. Simon is no exception. For us, Simon's journey started in Lynn's ovaries.
There's more.
Because of a complication with his mother's ovulation, in a medical miracle, we watched Simon in his heroic, solitary journey across Lynn's ovary via ultrasound. He was our own little egg boy long before Fraser Annie. He was a baby longed for. It was an amazing experience for Lynn and me. At this point, he was 100% Lynn. At his purest. I came to the party, and after 9 months, he popped out and said hello. At precisely this moment, in the birthing room, someone dropped a big metal dish. It was like a cymbal in an orchestra. And so the symphony of Simon Lindsay had begun. In his early years, Simon was always curious and open. They're very simple qualities, but important, and not many people have them. Not many politicians, for a start. I think they're good qualities to have, because having them makes you want to find things out. Simon's curiosity has led him to know quite a lot about quite a lot of things. Simon knows stuff. He has knowledge of stuff. And he has the knowledge of stuff. As a young man, well, a young boy, YAMLs were a major interest. Not only the YAMLs in the zoo, but the YAMLs in the backyard, the YAMLs in the bush. Simon's lizards, Bart and Snippy, spent several years under lights in Simon's bedroom. They were fed crickets daily. You could hear the crunch. This was an early lesson in food origins. To this day, Simon has a great interest in the mystery and drama of the natural world. Attenborough is a hero. Interest in the animal world in many people indicates empathy. Perhaps in Simon, this has led to the choices he has made about food. Even today, when he visits his family home in the Dandenongs, his day will be made, Amy tells us, if he sees an echidna or a wombat. Music has also played a big part in Simon's life. At home, he learned the trumpet. His sister, Catherine, learned the saxophone. I might tell you, we live in a very small house. At his state schools, he played in pretty impressive school bands. Wind orchestras, symphony orchestras, jazz bands, trumpet quartets. There was applause at key events and prizes at Stedford's. Playing in bands was collegiate taught you how to listen. Not always fun. Simon probably won't tell you, Luke can confirm it, that he played in the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in Sydney. For 15 minutes, he was at the centre of the world. The band played as the athletes entered. The Olympic torch went past and was relayed around the track by Australia's greatest ever female athletes. Kathy Freeman lit the flame. Even Roger Federer and Lance Armstrong were there. Simon now plays with Tenderloins. And with the Michaels and Stu, you should see them sometimes. They are a pub band, but they're not only a pub band, let me tell you. They're good. No disrespect. Now, for those that don't know Simon well, he's a reverend at times. Quite a reverend, and at most times, he's a reverend. He has a good memory for detail, a great ear for mimicry, and a wicked sense of humour. He makes a study of comics and comedy. These are important KPs if you want to sustain a part-time job of doing pub trivia. And this is where Sparks comes in. Weekly gigs in Fitzroy and Coburg have been going for years. It's led to stints on the Princess of Tasmania, trivia going over, days in the zoo of the wilderness in Tasmania, trivia coming back, straight off the boat and off to work the morning you come back fat. But the thing about pub or boat trivia, I suspect, is that not everyone can do it, at least successfully. I suspect it's a proving ground. To do it successfully, you not only have to know stuff and know a lot of stuff about stuff, you have to make assessments and gauge things. People are not always at their best at pub trivia. So, you have to read the room. Be aware of your audience, its moods, cultures, genders, and abilities. And be funny with it. Unlike some football commentators who might want to make a sharp remark about the toss of a coin, the successful pub operator has to connect with 2019. Of course, Simon's been helped along the way on his journey by his friends. He has good friends who also know stuff. He knows intelligent and forthright women who've been important at school, at university, and in his social life. When he was young, Kate was his babysitter, and as always, a friend. Bryony and Emily are slightly older cousins. And when he left home, lived in the inner suburb with his sister, with Makala. He travelled with his school friend Kaylee to Champagne, in France, for a holiday. And we like that because these are strong women who have been very influential in his education. We always think that our ex-boy has grown into a well-rounded, grounded, aware person. We know him to be a bit of a risk taker, but not in the extreme sport type of way. We know him to be respectful, aware of others, and sympathetic. We love him very much. But parental love can sometimes be problematic because in the marketplace it doesn't count for much. We can love Simon's qualities, but Rasputin's mother probably thought his qualities were pretty good too. So Sparks comes into it again. I always thought Simon met Amy at pub trivia at the Terminus Hotel in Richmond. It's not far from here. This in itself wasn't particularly propitious because the Terminus Hotel was demolished several days later. But anyone familiar with the Terminus or a train line, Belgrade or Flinders Street, for example, will know that a terminus marks both the end and the start of a journey, and the start of a new one. And the journey has started for Amy and Simon. We heard about this girl long before we met her. We knew something was afoot. We arranged a meal together at a Greek restaurant, but Amy was away for the weekend. Is she trying to tell us something?
I was away.
And she got off at a station on the way. And then she and Simon came for a visit. We saw her coming down the path. When we met her, she shared her thoughts about the requirements of meeting the in-laws for the first time, as she put it. She hadn't got off the train at all. So, what did the in-laws know about Amy? Amy is, we're now in-laws, Amy is clever, nice, and warm. A word was made up to describe her. Well, it's not her word, but it describes her. Amiability. The ability to be Amy. Now I have to say, some people are going to say this. I can see Simon sort of going, ugh. Because Simon has got a cheese factor meter. And when you say things like that, you really can't get away with it. But I think on the occasion of the father of the groom's speech, in the environment of a wedding ceremony, they're obliged, the person is obliged to be honest. And note that amiability is an ability, an intuitive power. It's not something that can be learned or turned on and off by charm, although Amy is charming. Amy is a woman of agreeableness, tactfulness, warmth, openness. A psychologist will tell you that these are the stable character traits. Life events will challenge them, but they will stay intact. Agreeableness is an important quality. Down through the ages, it's no doubt central to a sensible social life. Good marriages depend on it. In the case of Amy, it is not to be thought of as compliance. Her agreeableness doesn't mean that everything you say to her will be agreed with. This is where her tact and intelligence come into it. She can be forthright, and she is quite open to telling you that she has developed quite a sophisticated persuasive facility. Agreeableness is reached sometimes because you end up in agreement with her. You have become a willing object, subject to Amy's persuasive facility. One time she said to me, "You don't talk about food much, David." My family always talks about food. I thought I did talk about food. And I made a meek protest. One agreeable conversation later, I realised that lack of food discussion was a serious flaw in my makeup. Perhaps my palate was insensitive and I just had to concentrate more. Now, food discussion is very high on my agenda. I watch the food channels. Amy engages you. I'm sure everyone who knows Amy has noticed that. Her engagement comes with this warmth and tact. She engages with young and old. We know she had a special relationship with her grandmother. We know she loves her nieces and nephews. With Simon's late grandfather, whose view of the world was formed during the last days of the British Empire, she was tactful, understanding, and totally engaging. And she allowed the persuasive techniques to encourage him to explore new ways to understand a multicultural workforce in the retirement period. We knew of her experiences of living and working in Holland. We knew of her jobs in retail and catering. Amy is now a school teacher. At a mature age, she went back to university. This isn't easy to do and is impressive. She now teaches 5AB at Princess Hill. Clifton. Amy has teachers on both sides of her immediate family and friends, like Simone. They know that teaching involves daily effort with a range of situations and people. Parents, students, administration, yard duty. The night before last I read a card that was written by 5AB to celebrate this day. It read, "Dear Amy, Simon must be pretty lucky to end up with a beautiful and intelligent woman like you. In brackets, fact, not opinions.
Just been doing information reports.
We have only had you for one term now, but we already feel that we have known you forever. So, what does this married couple who have invited us to witness this day bring to each other? The front page of the 5VG card had a big heart and in big letters, soulmates. It's our observation that Simon and Amy and Simon are soulmates. But that word is sometimes too easily said and sometimes implies that two people are fused into one. There is a lovely mixture of similarities and differences in both Amy and Simon. We know that they see each other with clear eyes. We can see that they agree with each other. We know they are intelligent and resourceful and have made commendable choices in life. And one of these was made today, and we are delighted about it. Amy and Simon, we love you both very much. We wish you every happiness.
That's the first time I've heard it too. So I did it.
Alright. Next up, we would like to hear from Amy's quiet, shy, reserved, not family. Her brother Marcus, I want to say a few words.
I'm going to keep it short. I'm obviously Amy's brother. The first thing I wanted to say was to Simon's parents. When I first met Simon, you know, he's not a man of lots of words and other things, and it sort of took us a while because we didn't see each other much to get to know each other. But when I met his parents, I was instantly at ease. I just think you guys have an amazing relationship, and it was really clear to me that the kind of the calibre of the family and the love and the warmth. So you guys have done an amazing job. So, as the brother of the bride, I just want to talk about one thing and then give you two things that I think about life and then sort of finish up. So, first of all, there's a lot of love in this room for my sister, and one trait that I think that you would all agree with is that once you've got Amy as a friend, you've got Amy as a friend, right? There are people in this room, some of you guys over here, who've shared a friendship since like fallopian tubes almost. Like, I mean, how long? Over 20 years already, right? I mean, sorry, five, yeah. Oh, hey, like forever, like honestly. So these faces I've seen coming through our house for, you know, decades. Five years. But I just wanted to say, Simon, you've got a good one. She chose you, she chose carefully, and you've got it. She's not going anywhere. She's loyal, she's kind, and she'll be there for you the whole way. So, words is something I wanted to call out for that. Something when I got married about 10 years ago that Willow said to me that has stood with me that I wanted to share with you two was that getting married is not all rainbows and unicorns, but I think a better way to look at it is that to have someone to bear witness to your life throughout your life is something that Willow said to me, and I think is a huge bit of wisdom. The idea that you have someone who in 10 years and 20 years and 30 and maybe even 100 years, who knows by the time you guys get old, knows you. They know who you are. They know where you've been, and they know what you're like. And there's something beautiful about that. And I look forward to that. Those knowing glances that you guys will have as you go through of the things that you know about each other. And now, I thought, because you're musical, Simon, I wanted to give a song reference, but it's not a song that you're going to like. On the radio, when I was coming here, I have small kids and they often like to listen to shit music. And so I was listening to shit music on Fox FM or something, and that song, I Forgot to Love You, it's a crap song, right? But there's something that really struck me about that if I can say one thing that I know as a 42-year-old, it's that the little things, they matter. And they matter big time. The touch on a leg when you're having a hard day, the sense that someone's with you through the ups and downs is really important. And always holding on to those little moments and making sure you're with each other is really crucial. And you guys have got that. You've already got that. You know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but you know, things will get tough. You might have kids, and then things get impossible. I have two small children. That's probably the emotion I'm feeling. I've been to the hospital 4 times in the last week with vomit all over me. So in those moments, you've got to be a group. You've got to be a unit. And if you keep that, you'll smash it in everything. So I want to finish by saying I'm here for you 24/7. If you ever need me, I'm here. I love you both, and you're going to smash it. Congratulations.
father of the bride. Firstly, I'd like to welcome all the members of our two families and all their friends who are able to come together and celebrate this big day. Particularly warm welcome to friends and colleagues, some of which I've yet to meet. I'd like to thank particularly those who've come a long way, and that includes Jono and Sachi, who've come here from Japan. And Amy's Uncle Lionel and Susanna, and Aunt Jenny, who've come here from Queensland. There's a few of us who've come from the wild and woolies of the other part of Victoria, where you guys never go. That's only a few of us. Now, Amy and Simon really appreciated the efforts they've made. Now, I have to give a special vote of thanks to Marcus and David, because they've saved me a lot of trouble. Perhaps I've been a bit lazy, but I thought I've got to leave room for other people. That's what I thought. Those who know Amy know she's warm, affectionate, diligent, great to be with, especially at parties, because she's a terrific creative cook. I could go on. She's switched on, a people person, and a very natural teacher. And on, but I think you get the picture. Those of you who don't yet know Amy, now you have a dozen reasons to correct your careless oversight. Amy, I love you. I'm very proud of you for all the reasons that everybody else here has pointed out. Some of those things have been a bit secret to me, but now I found out. It's not often one gets the chance to say such things in public. So Simon, to his credit, made the most of his opportunity, and that's why we're here today. Considering the many years that Amy took to get to this point, and the endless parties, concerts and gigs she attended, whilst we fossils fretted at home, one draws the conclusion that only Simon had the rare and particular qualities that thousands of others lacked.
Yes, absolutely.
Good on you, Simon. I've come to know Simon gradually, because he's really pretty quiet. But yeah, I wouldn't get on with that microphone either. He's also kind and loyal and honest, that's completely obvious. And he's very quiet, seems to me, for a musician. I've heard him sing Happy Birthday from time to time as a need arose, and that's it. Now, maybe it's because, by comparison, our family is very noisy. So, if that's a false impression you've got, it ain't your fault, mate. Now, things have changed. We're looking forward to hearing you sing and play a little bit more often. So, have a go. All right. Now, it behoves me to say, wouldn't it be churlish to remain silent when one is behoven, that we have every confidence in Simon and Amy's ability, experience, confidence and commitment to carve out a sterling future for themselves. And thus, family and friends, we're here to launch the well-prepared, the strong and the valiant good ship Simon and Amy for their adventure from the unpredictable seas of the future. So to that end, I see we don't have any glasses, so I propose a toast to the bride and groom. I have one other thing to say, because in some ways, something's gone missing from this. Sorry, I'm not up to all this new technology I'm at. Here it is. When it comes to public speaking, I'm not a cool dude like Simon. I quake a lot. I'm the father, but I usually think an occasion like this, the farther the better. So, now the other thing I need to say, I should have said it earlier, excuse me for that, I feel a bit of a fraud because Denise played mother and father for a good deal of Amy's life. So, considering the quality of the product, I think that we need to give a very special thanks, especially on my part, for the quality of the effort and the outcome. Thank you, Denise. Now that I've finally got the horse before the cart, or the other way around, I'm done. Thank you.
Right. Thank you to the Veering family for their speeches. Very soon they'll go. Sorry, just turning pages as you do. Oh, wait. No, back and say it. Oh, yeah. Very soon there will be food and it's served before you get Amy and Simon later. So relax and mingle and I'll see you soon.
Jesse's one, two. Hey, Jasper, everybody. Yeah! Awesome job. And if the original bingo and trivia company are hiring, I reckon that's our next playing person. Already hired.
He's doing the matinee show.
Okay. Well, here comes a bit of fun, but hopefully
Give me Jesus box.
this is going to be good. Hopefully this will be good. But I feel like I can't follow the speeches that were beforehand. Can we please give it up for my dad, David, everybody? Give it up for Marcus as well. And Marcus, doing a couple of jobs tonight, mate. And Robert as well, everybody. But most importantly, a big thank you to all of you who I'm spending my very special day with. But most importantly, this sexy woman. It's been an emotional day. It's been a special day. And it is great to spend it with you. I do public speaking a couple of times a week. Talking about myself is not one of my specialties, I will say. I
I'll do my best. So thanks to our families for their support over the years and leading up to today. Most pirates wear their eye patches over one eye. But as you can see, my dad is a trendsetter in the world of pirates. Yes! Sorry. Being a pirate's badass, Dad. It's good. It's good. Very lucky to have, though, my mum and dad as an example of how to stay together for a very long time. They are fast approaching a half century together, ladies and gentlemen. I can see it takes a lot of love and respect, and a hell of a lot of patience and acceptance on both sides. To my sister for always being there to support me. I don't think we've ever had an argument in the last 20 years. My sister Catherine, everybody. We generally just talk pop culture on the phone for hours. Yeah, that's true. As a family, we understand each other, quirks and all, and they always appreciate my silly jokes and impersonations, even when other people don't. To Amy's family, for their generosity and spirit, welcomeness from day one, open hearts, and in Lionel's case, an open wallet as well. Finally, tonight is on me, mate. Yes. I've already thanked you, but again, let's give Jasper a big round of applause for being here tonight. I just did want to mention a couple of things about when me and Amy did meet. We met actually at the monastery, which is in Richmond, which is near where I was living with Brenton at the time, and Stu who's not here tonight, but anyway, it was the old Hunchbacks. I don't know if you remember Hunchbacks in Richmond. Hunchbacks was like a theatre restaurant, so you know it's fucking quality when it's a theatre restaurant, is what I'm saying. But anyway, Amy went, it's the same, right? Anyway, Amy went home that night and told her housemates that I reminded her of Rolf Harris.
7 years ago. And he had longer hair.
I went and got pissed with my housemates on a school night, but that's none the wiser. Anyway, what Rolf Harris says about her tasting men is dubious, to say the least. Thankfully, this is before the whole Operation Mutri situation, and I won't take it to heart. Amy and I have been together 7 years now, and I couldn't be happier to be marrying such a warm, sensitive, and affectionate, loving person. In the last 7 years, she's seen my hairline decrease and my waistline go up about 2 sizes. So I know I'm onto a bloody good thing. Amy shed some tears today. I think there might be a few more. But we had lots of laughs together. I look forward to a lifetime more. I will still resist to her trying to pop my pimples on a daily basis. And as today is a classic example, I'll get frustrated when she's running late, just a little bit. But honestly, and no joking aside, I am amazingly lucky that today I get to marry the person I want to share my life with. One of the songs in our playlist tonight is by Roy Orbison, and it's called In Dreams. In Dreams, Roy talks about all the things that can only happen to him in his dreams. Nearly close to a tear. Tonight I'm lucky to be looking at reality of an eventful life with the woman of my dreams. And reality is looking pretty good. Thanks, everybody.
Alright. Everyone take a big deep breath. Together, cleansing breath. Let's look at it. Shake it off. Alright. I forgot to print it out. So I'm going to get put in my phone. Thank God for Google Sheet. Okay. Wedding speech. I wrote it and I got Lionel to read it. And I was like, can you just edit it a bit? He's like, nah, it's fine. So I'll edit it. So today actually has been more spectacular than I actually could have asked for. You know, for Simon and I, we wanted something that was relaxed and intimate with our family and friends, and didn't want to be too stressed, and I wasn't. I had a great morning. I was feeling great. I may have had a little teary when I was getting some photos with Mum, but other than that, you know, really relaxed. So happy to and excited to be here with you guys. So let's dive right in. Okay, so firstly, I really want to acknowledge my beautiful family, who you've seen most of them today. My beautiful, my beautiful mum, Denise. She's such a wonderful example of compassion and empathy. And she's shown me unconditional love my whole life. Sorry, there's some jokes to line up. I can truly say that I actually can't remember a time that her face hasn't lit up when I walked into a room. You're the reason that I'm an optimist, and I'm so grateful for all the sacrifices you made for us, and we love having you living in life with us. Love you, Mum. And my dad, Robert, he filled our childhood with curiosity and wonder, and he taught us to question things and really take notice, which is something that people take notice in me of all the time, you know, that I'm observant and that I have an opinion and give it very willingly. He taught us about the stars and the planets. He took us for long walks. He made us look up words in the dictionary when we didn't want to. And he took us camping and sailing and bike riding, and really like that wonder that Simon's dad was talking about, wonder in nature and the earth around us. Dad really gave that to us too. And he always encouraged me to be independent and form my own opinions and think for myself, which he probably regretted. But he might have gone, oh, I wish you were a little less willful. That was a mistake. And I just want to thank you for all your support and encouragement. And it's so lovely to have you here with Ellie and come so far. Thanks, Dad. Another big breath, everyone. Okay. And as you can see, I'm really fortunate to have two older siblings. Danielle's 7.5 years older than me, and Mark's is 5 years older. And when I was little, when I was a child, they always seemed, I could never catch up to them. They were older, bigger, smarter. They could drive before I could. They could go to sleepovers before I could. You know, Mum would be dropping them off somewhere and I'd be in my like dressing gown and slippers, you know, because I can't leave you at home because you're so young. And, you know, I was always so impressed with them and what they were doing and all their friends. And I still believed in Santa Claus when they were already at high school. And I was wondering, like, why don't you guys get a stocking? It's so weird. They didn't even seem to want one. They were travelling the world while I was doing my VCE and still a teenager, and they were out in the real world with jobs and cars and share houses while I was still just catching the train to uni. So, you know, it was, for a long time, it was a sense of them being, you know, so much older and smarter and bigger than me. And I can't tell you what a gift it is to have these two very different but very loving siblings. Danielle, thank you for plucking my eyebrows, helping me with my homework and letting me borrow your clothes. And Marcus for teaching me how to drive. He's a great driver if anyone needs to learn how to drive. Teaching me how to drive, taking me on camping trips, and introducing me to your very cool bohemian friends. I didn't really know what Brunswick was until Mark's told me about it, so thank you for that. I've had the luxury of observing these two forge ahead me whilst I languish in their slipstream, barely pedaling, refusing to attain adulthood for as long as possible. Well, I guess that free ride is probably over now. I'm 30. So, time to grow up. I have a job, guys. It's a full-time job, okay? I'm here. And also, to add to that, they have both chosen such incredible partners, you know, and I have an older sister in Willow and an older brother in Lionel, and, you know, I've known Willow since I was probably 16 and Lionel since maybe I was 19 or 20, and, you know, they're such beautiful partners to my siblings and such, you know, we're really family, and they really created great nieces and nephews, and I can't tell you. You know, not to mention, this is Aria and Jasper, and my brother has two beautiful, Willow and Max have two beautiful kids who hopefully are asleep. And I really can't tell you, you know, that being an auntie really brings me so much joy, and I really love them, and all of your kids that I'm here tonight. Thank God. So thank you to Mark and Danielle for being such wonderful examples to me. Now, for anyone who knows me, which is all of you in this room, you'll know that I am assertive, outspoken, strong, and discerning, or as Simon likes to say, bossy, loud, controlling, and fussy. I prefer the other ones. I could try and deny it, but to be honest, these qualities are pretty handy on a regular basis, particularly being a teacher. But knowing this about myself, I was really worried that I would obsessively micromanage and DIY this wedding into a frantic blur of tulle, candles and confetti that I wouldn't be able to enjoy because I was worried about who would be releasing the doves and what I would wear for the spontaneous yet rehearsed flash mob. So, it took us a while to get engaged and then a while to get married, and partly that was because I was like, oh no, I'm going to really make this one, I'm make a deal of this. But I'm happy to say that through actively reminding myself why we are getting married and focusing on what's actually important, I can say that I've had a really fantastic week leading up to today, and I've been truly present and able to experience all the joy of having all of our favourite you guys with us. So each day that it's got closer, I've been more and more excited. Okay, big brush. Come on, give me a tissue. I'm out. Hold on. Thank you. I'll save it. Alright. Not too much longer. Almost there.
Doing it, Amy.
Thanks, guys. Okay. And to Simon, my husband. Where can I even begin? Before I met you, I really wasn't sure that I would find someone who could handle this whole situation. I assumed that I would need some kind of tough, brash, loudmouth, show-off type to balance my confident personality. But then you came along, unassuming and kind, and you took the lead so subtly that you let me think I was in control. Which made me really happy. You would text me first, you introduced me to your family first, you said the L word first, you talked about moving in together first. You always let me know you were committed and here for the long haul, and most importantly, I never had to question if you respected me. As I felt it from the first moment, just the same as I feel it today. I think a big part of it is the way that you and Catherine were raised by your parents. And I would like to thank them for doing such an excellent job. Children are a reflection of their parents, and you only need to know Simon and Catherine to know that David and Lynn are the best kind of people. So Simon, after testing you out for 7 years, I can confidently say that I love you for exactly who you are. You support me, you love me, you you take care of me, you respect me, and most importantly, you challenge me. And I'm so looking forward to continuing our life together. I love you. Thank you so much, guys. It's so lovely to have you all with us. I hope you can turn the music up and get down. So continue to enjoy the drinks. There's supper later too.
We are just going to do a few things.
Oh yeah, we are going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy, putting up the festoon lights, which look bloody amazing in here, and also helping us out today. Big round of applause. Andrew and Jason for the music. Dean and Marcus for their fabulous videoing skills. Jasper for the MC again. Julia for the amazing venue.
And also, we'd also like to thank my beautiful friend Cherie. She set up the ceremony venue because I had a realisation about a week ago that I couldn't do it. So I was like, I'm going to have to ask for help, and she very lovingly and generously offered her time. Thank you, Cherie. And Aria, who walked down the aisle with beautiful Juno, thank you. Brother Jono, holla, and his beautiful wife Sachi, and their two kids Taisei and Maya flew in from Tokyo, and I really appreciate it. It's so great to have you here. And Tim, who flew in from San Francisco just to deliver these earrings. Yeah. So he wasn't going to come, and I was like, dude, they're not going to arrive in time. So, thank you for that, Tim. My mum's brother Lionel and his wife Susanna, who travelled from Queensland, thank you very much. And my auntie Jenny, who also travelled from Queensland. And also big ups to the 4 embryos that are here tonight. Put your hand up if you're pregnant. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Jess could go any minute. So keep a watch out for Jess. That's it, guys. Let's dance, man. Come on.
Let's dance. Let's party.